Hello everyone, this is John Ward with Appalachian Channel, and I'm getting ready to head back to North Carolina. I wanted to show you what they've got done on my interior living quarters of my Barndominium. In case this is the first video you've seen, I built this back in January of last year, 2024. I actually started June of 2023 when I bought the property. There's actually a whole playlist of me buying the property in the videos. You hit the playlist, Barndo Life, on the Appalachian Channel, and you can watch the building of this last January. But now, doing the interior, I waited to this January so I knew that I'd be able to get workers better in January because it's indoor work instead of outdoor. So they're able to work more consistently in January, and they did, and they worked through January. Now we're into February. I'm gonna take you inside and show you, I think it's under 800 square feet altogether. Well, if you count the stairs, it might be over 800 square feet, but all I need, and let's go in and take a look at it, guys. So here is my motorhome. It has took quite the beating. I lost my canopy, tore it completely off, scratched it, scratched up my stripes, and this was the last adventure. I hit a low spot and it just dropped and caught the ground somehow. I don't know. And then the steps have been completely destroyed also. I beat them back with a sledgehammer, but they no longer work. But anyways, that all happened in North Carolina filming the Helena recovery. But so I've got one light going right up there, LED. So this is my garage space. It's a little bit of a mess right now because we've been moving everything around for getting the interior spot going. So this is a 60-foot building, 24-foot wide. So each one of these 6x6 posts is 10 foot. So I still have 40 foot, and I originally laid this out that I would have this space in the back to build when I was able to get the money together to do it. And so I've got a 20 foot back here. So the building's 60 foot by 24, but the living quarters is 20 foot wide. And this will be sliding doors or French doors of some kind, probably sliding doors just like these right here because they're cheaper to buy. But well, there's Angel. Boy, she's all over the place today. Oh my goodness, you're putting on a show for the camera, ain't you? You ready to go to North Carolina? You wanna go bye-bye? Yeah, we're gonna go to North Carolina. Yeah. So, this is the kitchen area, and there'll be, the stove goes over there, and some cabinets. The sink goes here, dishwasher, cabinets, refrigerator. And in this area, we have a 21-foot ceiling that goes all the way up and over, and then it cantilevers here. They gave me extra room upstairs. So this will all be kitchen area over here. Hallway going back to the utility room. Bathroom, this will be a closet framed in. They still got to frame this in here a little bit. That's not framed in. The shower, this was donated to me by Pastor Tony McAfee. Thank you, Pastor. Commode to go over in here. So got a dividing wall, and then we will have the vanity here. As you can see, a lot of the plumbing's already ran, the water, and I did this in what it's called a home run system, which means each thing has its own shut off right here, so I can cut each thing off individually. This is all PEX plumbing. So yeah, it's about ready to be transferred over into the, all this about to be turned on tomorrow. The water he's gonna take, well, I've been hooking it up over here and hook it up here. Washer and dryer goes in here, as you can see. And they're putting the last piece of
ducking.
That's a return ducting, I guess,
Yep,
ain't it,
return.
guys?
That's exactly what it is.
So here's the inside unit, it's train unit. There sits the outside unit. And then there's all the wires that's come in so far. So there'll be, the hot water heater will go here, basically in the corner. So this utility room will be pretty full of different stuff. You can see the ductwork up here that is running. Built all of this in right here for the ductwork, and then out here we've got ductwork up here that comes out into the kitchen area. And this is return air, and he did the return air all the way up to the top, so we get a better return. We're getting the air that's going up, the hot air that's going up, I guess. I'm not for sure. But he said it needed to be high, so that's what he did. We'll have oak tread steps in here of some sort. And everything is 2x6 construction. Plus the building itself was built by 6x6, and then the exterior banding or the railing, I'm not for sure, purlins, different things they call this. This was already freestanding building before we built the inside structure. And now it's all weaved together. As you can see here, part of that metal beam is in there. This is the bedroom area. And yeah, we've got one structural beam that's going to be exposed here. We'll not cover that. I kind of like it. We'll have a bathroom here with just a half bath. It'll be a commode in here and a sink. And you can see we've got plumbing in here. Goes all the way up to the vent fan. And the orange stuff you see there, it's fireproofing to keep fire from being able to get up through those cracks where those hoses drilled. And it's all down there. And Angel likes it pretty good. What do you think, Angel? She's not got much to say. So yeah, the bedroom has, I think, almost 12-foot ceiling at the peak there. I was really worried when I designed this and laid it out. I was not for sure exactly how well it would come out on the height, but even on the sidewalls right here, the only place I have anything low is right here. And I'm still over 6 foot tall, even in the lowest point in the corner there. This area, I could build a closet right here, but I don't know that I want a closet upstairs. I've got plenty of closet space downstairs for me. Eventually, someday that might be a closet. I put an extra window in here, so if I want to let air circulate or whatever, I can. And then I also can see out there. But this is my favorite spot so far, by far. You can see I've been sitting here, and I edit on this little table. So I sit here quite a bit, and that's my winter view. A lot prettier in the spring, summer, and fall when we actually got some greenery out there. But I can sit right here at chair level and look straight out these windows. And I really like this. This is one of my favorite things of the bedroom, is being able to sit here and work. I put my computer on here and edit and be able to see out. I'll put a TV probably on that wall, and the bed will probably go in here. It's a little bit not as center as I originally would have wanted it because of the bathroom, but I'll make it work. Yes, and then I got 2 windows here, so I've got plenty of windows in the bedroom upstairs. This is the backyard. And Angel's already got a bed up here. What do you think, Angel? Oh, she's been chewing up the pieces of wood. I think that made her sick one night. She threw up on me. So, Angel, what are you chewing? What you got this time? Piece of plastic? Don't do that. No, don't do that. She's still a puppy. She still likes chewing things. So this is actually all of this right here is for the oven vent over the oven. This is all vent that comes up and down and underneath here. Matter of fact, I'll go down here and see if we can see it. The light switches are one for the bedroom, and I think one turns the lights on downstairs. There also will be some hallway lights going down here. Somewhere where we got the wire ran to already. So yeah, here's the vent for the oven. So it'll go right here. I guess it'll depend on where it ends out at. There'll be a hole cut there. Vent hood or microwave with vent built in. I'm not for sure. Got a little extra storage space underneath down there behind the steps in the utility room. There'll be LED lights, recessed LED lights underneath here and all the way up to the top. And this window was also added on this last project. So this will kind of be a setting area, and when eventually my goal is to get a Sprinter van that's smaller, which are more expensive than this one. But when I get this one paid off, which will be a long time, I still owe a lot on this motorhome. When I get it paid off, now that I'm gonna have a living quarters in here, I won't have to live in the motorhome full time, so I can downsize on the motorhome. And when I do that, if I can go to 30-foot motorhome, and that shouldn't be too hard, that'd be 30 foot there. That will give me a 10-foot by 24-foot living room that will come to this post here all the way over if I want to enclose this whole area. Plus I can leave it a 21-foot high ceiling in here. And then someday, if I decide that I need it, and I've got this area out here cleared off to build actually a family room, a living room, and another bedroom. 2 rooms, a bedroom, probably another master bedroom down here, and a large living room with plenty of windows all the way looking out here. So I don't know if this will be a 2-story building, 1-story building or what, but I've got this area to expand again. And so right now I've got the 2 sliding doors here. One of them has had dog door in it, but I'll lock that up when I leave. I take that out and lock that door. So there'll be another light going up there. That's the new window that I put in. I like that window way better than the original windows I bought. The black on the outside is hard to find. So, but this window here was cheaper and better than the first windows I bought. I bought those from Home Depot. These come from Lowe's, and I like those way better so far. Got another plug-in going in out here. And alrighty, let me turn the camera around here. Well, I'm getting ready to get in the motorhome and head to North Carolina to do some more filming this week. Actually got the toy drive on Saturday in Maggie Valley, giving away toys and provisions to anybody that shows up from 1 to 3 on Saturday. That's Valentine's Day weekend, Saturday the 15th. You might be watching this video way after that, but this area here will be workspace, kind of office space out in the garage. All this area here, and then eventually, once we get this built, I'll straighten all this up. It's a little mess right now, but I'll get all this straightened up. And these boards you see down here, those styrofoam boards, after we're gonna insulate these walls. We also have these walls framed in, I didn't talk about that. Frame these walls and this wall. And we're gonna go ahead and insulate those and sheetrock them, but above that, I'm just gonna put those insulated panels. That's gonna help a little bit, not much, but it's better than nothing. And then we're gonna in all the eaves, Stacy's going to put insulation. He's going to stuff it in there. I see, at first I didn't think he could get in there, but I can see now how he can get it in there, and it will work. So he's going to do that, and yeah. So the next video update will be the sheetrock on there. And I know there's a lot of people asking, how much is this going to cost? Well, it depends on when you're building it, the materials. I know y'all know exactly what I've got in it. The very first videos I did last year, I've got a breakdown in one of those videos of the property cost, the concrete, the plumbing, the excavating work, on and on. The first stage, getting the outside of the building done, I was at $110,000, somewhere in there. The septic tank was $8,000. That's something that was unexpected, but this in here, I have no idea. To finish this interior, it depends on how nice of cabinets I put in there and appliances, and I'm not got the money for that at this point, but it can be between, I'm gonna think, a minimum of $50,000 for the interior to $60,000. I'll give you some updates on that as I go. The framing, the labor was $5,000, $5,000 on the first part, first phase framing, $5,000, and the wood was about $5,000, and about 2 windows, they were about $800, $350 a piece plus tax. So next phase, labor, sheetrock, will be the next phase, but the phase right now, I'm about, excuse me, I'm about $21,000 more dollars, $31,000, that's counting the central heat and air unit. That's my interior work. That's rough-in plumbing, rough-in electrical, central heat and air, and putting all the duct work and framing for that. That's $21,200 plus I've done spent 10, so that's $31,000. Another $8,000 in labor for the sheetrock and putting insulation in and filling it. I don't know what the sheetrock's going to cost, but hey, make sure to hit the subscribe button. And as I get to the end of this project, I'll give you some more updates on what it's going to cost. And we'll talk more about Barndominiums. This is a true Barndominium, which means if you're building a Barndominium, to me, in my book, it's post and frame construction like this, the 6x6 post and the purlins that you see here that go on the outside so the metal can attach to it. That's true Barndominium, like a barn style building. If you don't need a huge amount of space like I did for a motorhome, you would probably just go with 6x6 walls and not worry about the 6x6 post and beam, and you would not worry about certain things, just depending. Every job's a little bit different. One of the things that cost a little bit more was I did have these metal trusses put in instead of wood trusses so that I could get that extra height up there in that bedroom. And another cost that you got to factor in that I did was, let's see here, I put 18-inch overhang all the way around. See that? They had to build that overhang extra. Those metal trusses come to the end. So if I'd have used wood trusses, they would have come out and overhang, and they could have capped them real easy, put the soffit underneath it. But because it's metal, I had to build all that. That was extra. But because I did want the higher ceiling, so I could build 2 stories up there. Actually, this whole building could be made into 2 stories. You would run floor joists from side to side because you got load-bearing footer walls here, and there's one load-bearing wall in there I had to put in for the upstairs. So you could, I think there's 1,400 square foot on this 24 by 60. If you doubled it, that'd be 2,800 square foot. So you get quite a bit of square footage cheaper, and most of the savings comes in because you're using metal on the exterior, metal on the roof. Outside of that, everything else costs a lot more. So, you know, if you need storage space, post and beam is perfect for barns, hay, RVs. I've lived in here for a year. So hopefully within a month, I'll be living in here, depending on if I got enough money. I don't know. I'm having to start to use credit card to buy stuff. So, but that's all right. I need to get it done. I had the money for the labor and a big part of the materials, but I'm not got enough. So I'm going to put a little bit on a credit card, and then we'll pay that off by making videos. So, well, guys, thanks for watching this video. Thank you all for all your support. I'd like to thank everybody that has supported the Appalachian channel in the past months. Financially, I've had a lot of people that have sent to help support just the Appalachian channel. My expenses, my travel expenses, things like my gas, my motorhome payment and depreciation is a lot. This thing depreciates $15,000 every year, and now that I've done another $5,000 or $6,000 or $10,000 worth of damage to it, I owe way more on that than it's worth probably at this point. But I have to have this for work. Works out really good for me, and so yeah, just let y'all know the insurance is back due on it again. So I've got the insurance is expensive. It gets 6.5 miles to the gallon. Yeah, you say that real quick, it ain't so bad. But it's been my home for a year and a half, and it will be continue lived in almost half the time while I'm documenting in North Carolina in different places for the rest of my life. Although eventually I'm gonna downsize this. So a Sprinter van gets way better gas mileage. They cost way more than these do, but they're smaller and get like 16 miles a gallon probably instead of 6. So that's, and being smaller makes it easier to get in places, and I won't tire it up so bad. This has had some damage, like I showed you earlier, just from being in North Carolina covering the lean stuff. The guys are still cutting or doing something. I'm not for sure they're putting that ductwork in. Stacy had to be gone. He's my main builder that's on this project. We'll get him probably on the next video. I wanted to film this before I left today because when I come back from North Carolina, there's a good possibility all of that will be covered up on the interior. So I wanted to save pictures. I'm gonna take pictures of all the wiring and all the plumbing, and that way, if I ever need to get back into the wall or something, I can keep those pictures and look at it and know where the plumbing's exactly at and where the wiring's exactly at. Well, I gotta quit talking and get off here. Guys, this is John Ward with the Appalachian Channel. We'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.